at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, here's Levis. A short throw to Ingram. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Now from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Murray. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Murray off play action. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Levis, and his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Levis on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Being chased out left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Levis. Out right to Bull. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Murray now. He finds his man, complete. It's Martinez. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 7-7, our score after 1. back in Arizona. Second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Here's Murray from midfield. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On play action, it's Murray. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over instead.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Now the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Levis now on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Levis. And this is going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martinez. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the handoff, it's DiMercado. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this to DiMercado. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Murray. And quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 14 yards that time for number 14. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Throwing again, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Levis in trouble, down he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Murray. And a completion to Wilson.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Murray going to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Kendre Miller with a touchdown run. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. In the first half, the Cardinals did what they always do, and that's rely on their quarterback, Kyler Murray. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Murray now to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
To throw is Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And this one is right down Broadway.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Levis is a throw completed to Hyatt.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Levis to throw it.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over first and 10.
Murray now. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second down, Murray sets to throw.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
To throw, it's Murray. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now Murray off play action.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw again, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Murray on third down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Murray to air it out again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Martinez. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
A run. It's DiMercato. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here's DiMercato. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Murray. He's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. From near the goal line, here's Levis.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Levis looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
They have a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. On the ground, it's DiMercato. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
14 yards that time for number 14. From the gun, Murray looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Michael Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick. You're
exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, ball even faster.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Levis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Holding offense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Running, DiMercado, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Murray. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll watch Michael Wilson. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Cards and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Only able to gain a couple there, and now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him, because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult, because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Stroud on third down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Stroud to throw it. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Murray. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Tap the 60, tap the 60.
Stroud working out of the gun. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
On the jump.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Pierce now up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Murray now on 1st down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Murray going to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Offense.
So illegal touching, not one you see often. It's going to wipe away a 1st down.
Very simply, if you're a receiver, you can't set foot out of bounds and then be the first to catch the football. Side judge, right there on the play, made the call.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. As we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Swim.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
This time they stay on the ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
A final shot before half for Murray. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Gabe Davis, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jordan Addison, a touchdown reception. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Stroud looking to throw.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Okay, ready? Unlock line. Up, ready?
Pierce will try to pick it up. And fights through one man. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Alert! Alert!
Play action. Here's Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals 16. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
1st down, Murray. Caught by Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinal 1st down.
On play action, it's Murray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This is caught. Touchdown. Michael Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Ready?
Here's Stroud. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Stroud to throw it. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Martinez. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That's 1. 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Still fighting. He's still on his feet. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because Every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Ready,
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Shot alert. Shot. No.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
There you go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this
Neutral zone
against?
infraction. Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still first
Stay
down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Ready.
And Stroud now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, it's Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Check. Go.
Now Stroud. Got his man, Dell. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. 2nd down and 4. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from 4 yards out.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down at the 28.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Arizona.
So it's a win here for the Cardinals. And the guy who led the way was a man behind center, Charles. That's Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for the Cardinals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 61 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 23. Purdy from the gun.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And they'll run it here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick here is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wanted in his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
So that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Purdy. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Murray to air it out again.
Caught by Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Murray now to throw. Buying time to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. And taken at the 46. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Murray now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Murray now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona 1st. Murray going to throw.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Seahawks continue to roll as they run their mark to a very strong 4-1 with the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Chargers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Murray. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Murray now running right on the option. And just shutting him off there. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Murray. And he's got his man on the out route. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to about the 22 here. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Purdy off the play fake. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to about the 37. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That is caught. They'll have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there.
His first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy.
Over the middle, it's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Murray.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Niners' 26-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Shotgun now from Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. Purdy from the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Purdy sets up to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Here's Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure
It's week 6 of the NFL, and this one features Ernest Jones, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Rams and the Cardinals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're in the Valley of the Sun. Few places in the country as picturesque as the desert Southwest. And we've got a good one on tap here at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now back to throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Martinez. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing again, Murray. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. He'll look to throw. That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Again, it's Williams. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a 2nd one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's Murray. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. He finds his man, complete. It's Martinez. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. 2nd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, LA! Tutu Atwell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a 3rd. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Murray now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halfport.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head east all the way to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Brock Purdy, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Martinez. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Murray now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you. Have your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's second down.
Second and 8 at the 18-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. Throw left side, complete. That's Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Murray going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jalen Thompson picks it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Murray now on 1st down. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Swim.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Murray off play action. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And a completion to Wilson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals! From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
A try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Now 2nd and 9. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 9 now. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Cards, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Week 7 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on the Cardinals' superstar cornerback. He stayed active a week ago with an 8-tackle performance. It's the Cardinals and the Saints on Thursday night.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. That's a 49-yard punt, 8th, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Murray from midfield. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cardinals, it's 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, You point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cardinals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Murray. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Murray throwing on second down.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Shotgun now from Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here we go, set. Bronco switch, Brock, unlock line, unlock line.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot?
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Murray.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Up to the 20.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's the 2nd and 7. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, roll. Bronco switch.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Murray now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 5. And the Cardinals first down.
First down, Murray. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Murray again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Murray now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the New York Jets. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Tennessee Titans. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Now Murray. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Murray going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. B.J. Ojulari, his 2nd sack of the night. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
Holding.
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Brings up second down.
They'll look to throw here. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Murray now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So out now come the Cardinals.
And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Here's Cooks on the return.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Check, Panther. Check. Reno.
He'll drop to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Ready.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Swim. Omaha.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. From the gun, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
This is taken at the 18. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Easy, quick, easy.
Hands it off out of the gun. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team